The thing is, when you talk about dropshipping MOQ, you need to understand a few things. And in today's conversation, I want to explain to you why MOQ is so important. So important. Okay, so here is the overview. First thing first, let me just explain to you what MOQ really means. So, a minimum order quantity, or MOQ for short, is the amount of a given product your business needs to purchase from a wholesale supplier in order to do business with them. So this term is especially used in large-scale business models such as B2B, business to business. In dropshipping, in the last 10 years, MOQ has become very important. And there are two reasons why MOQ is so important. I will explain first why MOQ is important for the dropshipping supplier. And number two, I will explain why MOQ is important for you, the dropshipper. For the dropshipping supplier, MOQ is important because they want to make sure, the supplier wants to make sure that they are dealing with somebody who's serious, like a serious dropshipper, because they don't want somebody to waste their asses by actually, they commit a lot of resources, a lot of manufacturing resources, and they produce, and the dropshipper is not following suit. So for them, it's really important to sort of filter out those dropshippers who are serious from those who are not. So, for example, if they tell you our MOQ is 100 items, they want to make sure that you have the resources, you have the money, you have also the logistical, the operative and the administrative resources to actually comply with their 100 item minimum order quantity. So that's why it's really important. Now, like, let's just talk about your side. You as a dropshipper, an MOQ is important for you because you can actually gauge how serious the manufacturer really is. Because see, if a manufacturer is telling you our MOQ is only 25, and you know that you just starting a dropshipping business and you would need more than 25 when you order from them, you can start asking questions, right? Because see, an MOQ gives you an estimation of the manufacturing ability of the dropshipping supplier. Because if your dropshipping business is scaling, if you're making more money, if your customers are placing more order, you want to make sure you have a manufacturing supplier, a dropshipping supplier, who can actually commit and who can actually handle those, the increased volume. So that's why the MOQ is so important. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having these conversations here and there. So long story short, there is an MOQ for dropshipping. Yes. There is an MOQ for dropshipping depending on the dropshipping supplier. Now, nowadays, with a lot of platforms being there, they don't actually ask you for MOQ because the platform. Let's say if you're dropshipping through Doba, you're dropshipping through Spocket, you're dropshipping through AliExpress. Those platforms are actually handling the MOQ part of things in the background. So you as a dropshipper, you don't actually have to deal with it. But there is an MOQ for dropshipping. Let me give you a few pro tips here. Let's really go back to actually explain things. I really want to dig deeper so you really understand why a seller would want an MOQ. It's really important to understand that because, see, the whole thing is a seller. Here I'm speaking to you about the dropshipping supplier. The dropshipping supplier is constantly trying to find the best way to do business with you, the dropshipper. And for them, an MOQ is a good way to actually have a smooth manufacturing process. Okay, so one of the reasons you will typically find better prices with sellers requiring an MOQ is that they have a smoother manufacturing process, which results in higher efficiency and less waste. Let me just explain that more. See, when I talk about a smooth manufacturing process, I'm talking about you actually having you having to deal with a dropshipping supplier who has factories that are working full time. So you are actually reducing idle time. So when you reduce idle time, you have lower prices, lower manufacturing costs. Because remember, if you have a factory and if you have idle time is waste money because your machines are sitting there, right? But they're not producing. But you have to maintain those machinery. So from a supplier's point of view, from a dropshipping supplier's point of view, idle time is a biggie. So when you have a smooth manufacturing time, you are able to plan your factory workers appropriately, and you can save money. And we can save cost. When you save cost, when the dropshipping supplier saves on cost, they can pass on those costs onto you, the dropshipper. So this is important. Okay. Another reasons why a lot of dropshipping supplier want to have an MOQ is because it's easier for logistics. Okay, logistically, this is a much easier process than a seller processing hundreds of times more individual orders daily. So the seller can also benefit from better rates when shipping in bulk. So you know, when the seller asks you, the next time the seller asks you to actually comply with an MOQ, they're not trying to test you or whatever. They're just trying to make sure that you are committed to this partnership, to this nascent partnership, and that you are going to be in it for the long haul. Okay, so think about it. If it works for you, if the economics of the transaction works for you as a dropshipper, then go ahead and do it. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about minimum order quantity for dropshipping. Okay, and one thing I want to say, and this is really important, I want to talk to you about the fact that a seller will also want to have an MOQ because you have decent profit margins. Because remember, if you are a seller, if you're a dropshipping seller, if you're a dropshipping supplier, you have to constantly strike the right balance between competitiveness and profitability, right? So let's say you are sitting somewhere in the States, you are a dropshipper, and you reach out to a dropshipping supplier in China, and they're asking you for an MOQ. It's because they're thinking about, okay, how do I make sure that I can win this new business from this person in the States, from this dropshipper in the States, while also remaining profitable? Because I need to maintain decent profit margins if I'm going to survive in this industry and be here for a long haul, right? So remember, manufacturing and logistics are much more efficient when dealing with definitive numbers, so reducing redundancy and waste. So this actually bolsters the dropshipping supplier's profit margins, and these savings can usually be passed on to the buyers. In other words, you, the dropshipper. Okay, so you are able to benefit from better prices when buying with MOQs. You also have long-term business relationships. You can establish long-term business relationships with your dropshipping supplier. So you, as a dropshipper, if you deal with a manufacturer who actually has an MOQ requirements, you are able to actually again, you are in it for the long haul. So this is why it's really important to look at it. Like, I want you to look at it from the long-term perspective. Don't just look at things from the short term and say, you know, this is too expensive, blah, 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 blah. I can't handle it. No, look at things from the long term. Okay. And again, it's important to understand that MOQ deals come with the additional benefits of enjoying a long-term and steady relationship with bulk buyers. Okay. And this is in opposition with individual orders where customers generally buy only a few products and do not turn into repeat customers. So again, you need to find a situation, you need to find a scenario where you have a win-win situation, you as a dropshipper, but also you win as a dropshipper, but also your dropshipping supplier also wins. Now, let me talk to you why you as a buyer, you as a dropshipper would want an MOQ. I really want to understand. I want to explain things to you so you have a clear idea about how everything will work in your benefit. Because if you're listening to me right now, you want to pay attention. You want to pay a lot of attention. So see, you as a buyer, you as a dropshipper, if you encounter a dropshipping supplier who wants to have an MOQ, you win because you have better prices. Okay, let me give you an example. Sellers on AliExpress, for example, are most likely buying from Alibaba. The only difference is the price, which is astonishing. So, and furthermore, based on our research, a large number of stores on Amazon also do this. Okay, they actually buy from Alibaba or AliExpress, and they are able to pass on the savings to their customers. And so you have better prices. You can actually save on a shipping cost. Shipping is so important. I mean, if you have been in this business for a while, you know that as a dropshipper, you have to constantly battle, the dropshipping supplier to make sure that you are keeping the shipping cost very low. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Like, if you are somewhere let's say you are somewhere in the Midwest and you order from China and the shipment takes 21 days or 1 month, imagine the shipping cost. And some dropshipping suppliers, they don't want to actually eat the cost. They don't want to absorb the shipping cost. So you, the dropshipper, has to absorb those costs. So I mean, think about it. Your profit margin is going down. I mean, and the client does not want to pay for shipping. So you have to squeeze the little bit of profit that you have. You have to squeeze that. You have to share that with the customer. You have to share that with the dropshipping supplier. That's kind of crazy. But hey, listen, if you buy in bulk, if you have a dropshipping supplier who actually has a MOQ requirements, you can save on shipping cost. Okay, you can also ensure the consistency and quality of the items that you are buying, because you give the opportunity, you give the dropshipping supplier the opportunity to produce in bulk. So you are basically having a better control. You have a better control over quality and consistency. So this is really important. By the way, boss, I really want to remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about minimum order quantity for drop shipping. And one thing I want to say here is that I want to give you other benefits to you as a drop shipper. When you have an MOQ, you have branded products and packaging. Let me explain that to you. See, if you give a drop shipping supplier the opportunity to produce for you in bulk, you are given you can actually pass on a lot of instructions to that supplier. You can actually talk about branding. You can actually give them instructions about the packaging, and all these things are kind of cool for you, because branding is what sets your products apart from the others, right? It projects your company's image and is incredibly underrated, but it's really important. So when buying products from suppliers such as AliExpress, you are able to brand your products. You're able to package it. Okay, and it's important for you to give the right instructions. Now, one thing I need to say here is that make sure you have clear instructions for your dropshipping supplier. So your dropshipping supplier is not actually like leaving their own information when shipping directly to your clients. It has to be really clear. You have to tell them upfront that you are dropshipping, and that under no circumstances should they leave their own contacts to your clients, because you don't want to lose your business, your client's business. Okay, so this has to be clear. This has to be a contractual agreement, so that the dropshipping supplier knows what the contours of the transaction are. And also, you're able to cultivate long-term business relationships with sellers. Okay, so if you are able to deal with an MOQ dropshipping supplier and you accept their terms and conditions, you are actually laying the foundation of a long-term relationship. You're able that you can do, and you can parlay that long-term relationship into multiple years of profitability for your dropshipping store, because you'll be able to have access to better prices, cheaper prices, faster shipping times. You'll have access to let's say branded products. Okay, so and branded packaging. So this is really good. So overall, you can see that this is really a win-win situation for both you, the dropshipper, but also the dropshipping supplier. So this is fantastic. Now, let me give you a few pro tips here. I mean, not a few pro tips. Let's just have, I want to explain to you the steps. How do you negotiate with suppliers? When we talk about MOQ, you got to be in a situation where you have to become a master negotiator and get the best prices, the best conditions, and whatnot, right? So when we talk about you negotiating with dropshipping suppliers, first you want to ask them if they cover dropshipping. Everything must start with that conversation. Do they cover dropshipping? Because the whole thing is some suppliers do not engage in dropshipping. If they don't, you want to stop the conversation right then and there, because the last thing is you don't want to risk your relationship with the customer, and by having a conversation with suppliers who does not want to engage in dropshipping. Okay, so this is important because you spend a lot of cash already trying to develop your business, so you don't want to actually waste more time dealing with the wrong supplier. So this is really important. That's the second thing I want you to do here. If they say they actually cover dropshipping, then that's really good. And you want to ask them to reduce the MOQ. Sometimes they can actually say, listen, our MOQ is 100 items. Okay, maybe for you the price is too high, you can't really handle it, it's too much. You can say, you know what, can you reduce the MOQ for me, please? Because you have your own financial limitations. Your budget is kind of tight. Cash is tight. Maybe you're a new dropshipper, or your profit margins is kind of thin right now, so you're trying to really save anything you can. So ask the dropshipping supplier to reduce the MOQ. They can do it for you, because the whole thing is they want to win business from you too. The thing is, this is not just you trying to really benefit from this situation. The dropshipping supplier understand that you are a new potential client. So if they really want to win the business, they have to actually meet you halfway. Okay, you want to discuss the shipping, because when we have an MOQ, you have to discuss the shipping to be sure that you are on the same page, and you know who is going to take care of what. Okay, you have to ask them if they actually if they can handle branding. Because remember, when making an order with an MOQ, many suppliers will offer an additional service of branded products and packaging. Okay, so if they do offer branded products, they will likely request a one-off fee to cover the cost of the equipment to do this. Okay, now without branding, your products will likely be delivered in a plain box. However, with branding, your supplier will offer several packaging options along with your company logo printed on it. So those are things you need to think about. Now, this will cost a lot more than the plain box packaging, and you should expect to commit to an MOQ for this as well, because this again, it depends on what you really want and what your budget allows you to have. Okay, but hey, listen, those are elements you can actually bring up during the conversations when negotiating with your dropshipping supplier. Now, let me give you a bonus here. And this is an important topic. So what if you cannot meet the MOQ? Because listen, you could try to do everything. You can try your best, but hey, listen, maybe you have logistical limitations. Maybe you have money problems. You have budgetary limitations. Maybe right now you're not really banking as much. So you cannot meet the minimum order quantity. What do you do? Well, there are a few things you can still do. You can try to find alternative suppliers, right? So let's say you go on you found some suppliers and they have some MOQ, let's say, requirements for you, and they say, well, our MOQ is 1,000 items, and 1,000 items will cost you $1,000. But right now you can't commit to $1,000 on a single transactions. You can say, okay, I'm going to look for alternative suppliers. The good thing is we have a lot of you have your friend Google is there. You can go on other dropshipping platforms. So if you try on Doba and you just have this sort of problem, try on AliExpress, try on Ali Dropship, try on Spocket, try on there are a lot of players out there. So the bottom line here is that you need to actually keep yourself. You need to actually keep your eggs in different baskets so that you're constantly diversifying your sourcing. This is important. So alternative suppliers is really important. They are really important. And also you can set up a pre-order system. So pre-order systems are another pretty good solution to this very problem. But by having a pre-order system in place, you only place an order with your supplier when you have enough orders on your hand. So pre-order systems are a great way to meet MOQs. So in doing so, you also remove the risk of being left holding inventory that you may not sell. And additionally, you can use this purchase method to create hype and exclusivity with your customers. So this is really good. And these are the only two ways. Or the third way is you can charge the cost of the MOQ on a credit card. So, or if you think the transaction is really important, you think those products will really do well, maybe because of the holidays, and you know that these products always do well around the holidays, you can actually take out a loan. You can apply for a loan at your bank or credit union and use that loan to pay for the MOQ. And so you have a lot of options here. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I just spoke to you about MOQ for dropshipping. So I gave you the overview. I explained to you what a minimum order quantity is. I gave you a few pro tips. I gave you the steps you need to follow, and I also gave you a bonus. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.